This video is being brought to you by Cutting Edge Gamer. If you upgrade graphics cards often, Cutting Edge Gamer is the perfect option for you. Lease the newest graphics cards on the market, such as Nvidia's RTX 20 series, for a low monthly payment. Click the affiliate link below in the description to find out more.
So former PlayStation boss Jack Tretton thinks the PlayStation 5 is going to face fierce competition from the next Xbox and Nintendo. Let's get into it.
Skip it up and that up.
So even though Jack Tretton no longer works for Sony, he's actually on the advisory boards of Genitar, which is an artificial intelligence startup, and he also is on the board for Life Apps Digital Media. They focus on health, fitness, and sports topics. He worked for Sony for a hell of a long time. He was the president and CEO of Sony Entertainment America from 2006 to 2014 before he left, and he actually has been with Sony since 1995. So he's very familiar with the company, and he had some interesting things to say about the upcoming generation of consoles. He had good things to say about Sony with the PS5, but he said they're going to face stiff competition. This is what he had to say about it. I think they're very well positioned, talking about Sony with the PlayStation 5. The leader of the prior generation is always in a good position going into the new generation. From what I've read about the specs of the PS5, it sounds impressive. Their business model obviously worked well for them the last time around, and it doesn't look like they're going to deviate from that. They'll be well positioned, but I do think they'll face exceptionally more competition than they did the last time around. Microsoft should give them a better run for their money, and Stadia, speaking about Google Stadia, the cloud gaming service that's coming from Google, is a new wrinkle in the market that didn't exist in 2013. Nintendo is more relevant this time around. That's an understatement. It's going to be a much more competitive market. There are new players, but they've learned some valuable lessons in this generation. It should be great for everyone in the business. Whether you're a developer or a gamer, it's going to keep everyone on their toes. And Jack's right, man. Think about it. When we were going into the 7th generation, into the 8th generation, the Xbox 360, even though the PS3 actually ended up slightly outselling the Xbox 360, was considered top dog of the 7th generation, and then Nintendo had the Wii U. How'd the Wii U work out? It was Nintendo's worst selling console, home console I mean to say, to date. So the playing field was much different. And then Microsoft, when they announced the Xbox One, they really messed it up. So you had Microsoft with their disastrous Xbox One reveal, and then you had Nintendo with the Wii U. So Sony just kind of slid right into the 8th generation. They took shots at Microsoft. They took perfect shots at Microsoft. And they became the top dog of the 8th generation of consoles. But Microsoft learned a lot of lessons from their mistakes. And when Phil Spencer took over the Xbox division, he steered it in the right direction. I think the Xbox One X is a fantastic console. And yeah, they were lean on exclusives this generation. But the Xbox One basically made a complete 180 from when it started. When Microsoft first revealed the Xbox One, it looked like a VCR that was meant for video streaming. And then they turned it into a legitimate gaming console, especially with the Xbox One X. And now Nintendo with the Switch is killing it. I mean, in Japan, the Switch has already outsold the PS4's lifetime sales, and the PS4 came out over 3 years before the Switch did in Japan. And the Switch is already outselling it. Its lifetime sales have surpassed the PS4's over there. So things are much different. Sony's competition is much stronger now, hence why they teamed up with Microsoft for their cloud gaming and internet services for next gen. And things are going to be a lot more interesting. Both Nintendo and Microsoft are in much better positions, and they're looking to take the crown from Sony. The 9th generation of consoles is going to be a very interesting time to see what happens. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Hey everybody, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the subscribe button. Also click the bell next to it to be notified of all of my uploads. And if you want to come check out my live streams, I have a second YouTube channel called RTU Streams where I'll be streaming there quite a bit starting in April. I'll have a link to that below in the description as well. Thank you for the continued support, and I'll see all of you in the next video.